experience, I did not only lose money, I lost my sleep, I lost also my peace of mind. The travel agent kept on coming back to me because the first attempt did not succeed. And I'm not here to scare you because there are travel agents in Namibia that are registered and that are legitimate. But please make sure that whoever you are working with is registered. I insisted a little bit, but she just never provided clear information on whom exactly she have assisted. If you realize that you are uncomfortable with them, don't pay your money, just walk away. The Bible says that promotion neither comes from the west or the east, it comes from the Lord. You guys are warmly welcome as we navigate the path together to live the life of abundance that Christ has given us. Now, in the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8, the Bible says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour." Seeking whom he may devour. Now, last time when I shared about my experience with the travel agent, I did not really go into detail on how this happened, but I did share a few things, a few learning experiences, and compared to how the devil robs us as well. So in this experience, I did not only lose money, I lost my sleep, I lost also my peace of mind, and I lost my relationships. Relationships referring to the fact that after I've given this hefty amount of money, the travel agent kept on coming back to me because the first attempt did not succeed. Now, knowing that they have already consumed that money or used it for other things, these other amounts of money that they will be asking from you will just be little amounts such as $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Now, you in your mind, knowing that you have already given up to $30,000 or $40,000, $2,000 for you is nothing. Definitely you go to your sister or your cousin and explain the situation that I'm in the midst of, going abroad, and I have to add this $2,000 in order for me to get a visa to a certain country. So it's easy for someone else to give you that amount, provided that you have already applied, for this work visa through an agent, right? This is actually what leads to the money to accumulate until you open your eyes and, just start wondering, when am I leaving? If you are planning to travel outside Namibia, and maybe you are going for a job or a visit, but you are not applying yourself at the embassy, you are using a travel agent, I want you to get a piece of paper or a notebook, a pen, and so that you can just write down these few things. They might help you, to build your confidence and be comfortable with the agent that you're working with. So number one, make sure that your travel agent is registered. And I'm not here to scare you because there are travel agents in Namibia that are registered and that are legitimate. But please make sure that whoever you are working with is registered, right? And this is the first red flag that I overlooked. When I sat with my travel agent, I asked her, is there no other documents to fill in, or is there nothing to sign or anything? No, you don't have to worry. I'll fill in the paper for you. And this has to go this week because there's somebody traveling to Zambia to deliver these things at the embassy. So me hearing all these details, knowing what I know, I confirmed that she was just speaking the truth. So the second tip that you have to consider before you travel with your agent, make sure that you ask for references. The references of people that she or he have assisted before. In my previous video, I told you that I've asked this lady on the people that she have assisted, but she never wanted to share with me their number or their names. She would tell me that they don't want to be known. She don't want any of their information to be known back home. So I insisted a little bit, but she just never provided clear information on whom exactly she have assisted. Now, last year, almost 2 years ago, we wanted to work for this other travel agency in Poland. I had videos on Facebook, and these people were very clear on their website and Facebook. Their testimonials were there. The people that they have assisted to go to Poland, they were there. So I came with the same expectation when I came to my agent because I wanted to go to Ireland, and really she could not provide me with this kind of names. So please make sure that you have those references, at least 1 or 2 person, just to give you the confidence to know that it's a real agency. So the first red flag that you should look at is rushing. The agents that are fake will always rush you to pay the money. They will be so much on top of you to pay that amount of money, and make sure that you pay it in full, okay? And after that, as I've told you before, that after that, any questions that you have, you'll be the one calling them. They will not be picking up your phone. You'll be the one looking for them. They are nowhere to be found. My agent was always at the farm. She will be, attending funerals. She will be having all this and that. And there is no response to your questions. And even if they give you the answers, they will just tell you lies if they are fake. So don't be rushed into paying your money. If you realize that you are uncomfortable with them, don't pay your money. Just walk away. So the second red flag that you should look at is when they dodge questions. They are dodging the very important questions that you are asking them. And unfortunately, some of us, the important questions that we started to ask was already after the hefty amount of money has been paid. But if you know that you haven't paid that amount first, please make sure that your answers are appropriate and they are honest. And if you realize that the answers that they are giving you, they are not, sitting well with you, don't pay your money. Just walk away. So the third red flag that you're supposed to look at is when the visa is being handled without you. You have to be involved in your own visa processing with the embassy. There's no way an embassy interviews an agency on your behalf. And this is one of the red flags that I overlooked. My agent told me that she's going to send my passport to Zambia and they're going to put a sticker in there. So one thing that I was questioning in my mind is that how do these people give visas without biometrics? So you should know that if Namibia is not a visa-free country to that particular country, then you have to go sit for your visa biometrics, or you have to go sit for an interview. Apart from this, it's a scam and it's fake. I hope you are writing these things down, okay? Because some of them I researched them, and some of them is from my own personal experience, and some of them is from friends' experiences, right? So I hope you are, taking notes of these things. Yeah, so the following are tips that I'm going to give you if you are traveling to look for a job. Let me say that there's an agency which is helping you to find a job in a particular country. And this agency sometimes is not, someone like in my experience. It can be an agency that you have maybe read in a newspaper, or an agency of someone who is in another country and who's looking to recruit Namibians to go work in that particular country. Say, for instance, there's an agency in Saudi Arabia or in Dubai, and this agency is helping you to get a job there. So please make sure that the company where you are going to work in that country is a legitimate company. So what you do is that you take the name of the company, you look for a website, or you take a website of that company and you read about it, and somehow, somewhere, there will be something which is not right if it's not a legitimate company. For an example, I had a friend of mine whose child was supposed to travel to Canada. What the agent did, that he designed the letter himself, or I don't know how he's done it, but the letter was very believable. It was having a letterhead, it was having a stamp, it was so original that you would actually believe, but the company was non-existent. So this is just an example of where I'm saying that make sure that the company where you are going to work in is really legitimate. So the second one is a red flag. So if something sounds too good to be true, then usually it is really too good to be true. Say, for instance, you found a job maybe in Saudi Arabia, and they are describing the job as just cleaning, babysitting maybe just one child, and the salary is just extremely high. So according to the agency, they're saying that no, this is a very good job, you don't need to work that hard, and the money is very high. When you compare this money to Namibian dollars, we're already running figures in your mind. I'm gonna build my house at the village, I'm gonna do this for my mom, and all these kind of things. If something sounds too good to be true, then it usually is. So please walk away from things that sounds too good to be true, right? Yeah, so this one comes as a tip. And again, when you are not involved in your visa, make sure that you find out where the embassy of that country is. If it's not in Namibia, try to go on Google. Many people today, they know how to use Facebook, Instagram, and all these kind of things. So you can as well do your own research, right? Find out where this country is. Find out where the embassy is located. Don't just be rushed into giving your passport to somebody that you do not know, and be involved in your own visa. If the embassy is in Namibia, go and find out, what they ask for the visa, unless the country is a visa-free country. And this one is just a tip. Before you travel, also make sure you know the culture of that area where you're going to. Now, many countries in the world are not the same, right? A lot of agencies do not care where they take you. A lot of agencies do not even prepare you, where you are going to. Countries like in the Middle East, where people practice Islamic religion, the culture is different. The culture is different. When you go there, you have to be prepared. If you were a Herero proud lady here in Namibia, it ends here. It doesn't travel outside the country. They only identify you by your passport and by your skin color. So when you travel, especially to the Middle East, be prepared, because the culture there is different. The religion there is different. You might make mistakes. You might work for bad people. You might work for people who, have done bad stuff. So I'd rather advise you that, please, even if you are desperately looking for a job, I'd rather advise you to avoid going to the Middle East. In this video, I'm gonna attach links of videos of especially girls from Kenya and the Middle and East Africa that have traveled to that part of the world. Some of them that have died, that have been killed by their employers, that have been raped, and all these kind of things that have happened to them. And I want you to watch and learn from their experiences, because many agencies will never tell you these kind of things. And another red flag that I want to highlight also is be aware of pressure tactics, especially where the agency is telling you that no, there's only few jobs and you have to hurry, or this opportunity is going to end in the next 2 weeks. Now you have to hurry and pay this money because this opportunity is going to finish. I normally say, personally, I usually don't go with rush. If something was not meant for me, let it go, okay? Don't be pressured into paying your money for something that is only ending in a week or 2 weeks' time. If it was not meant to be yours and you don't have that kind of money in that period of time, let it go. Otherwise, you end up borrowing money from people and end up losing relationships, because now you are owing your whole family and you are still here. You have not gone anywhere, okay? And another tip, please don't hand over your school documents, your birth certificates, and again, I spoke of passports. Don't give these things to anyone, especially original documents. Just give them maybe certified documents, but don't give them original documents. So my second last tip is that be cautious, be careful. If someone can scam someone like this, they can as well board you on a plane that you don't even know where it's going to. So if you are going for a job, please tell your family members. Don't hide anything, because they can help you in the time of trouble. So, and lastly, please trust your instincts, trust your feelings, trust the way you feel about this person. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel good, don't be rushed, don't be pressured. Be honest with yourself and walk away if it doesn't feel okay. Yeah, so finally, be cautious out there. This is my last word on this experience. Be cautious, especially when you are getting a job from abroad. Don't give your money. A lot of people have lost their jobs. They have, lost their lives through depression. Some of them have resigned from jobs. Some of them have committed suicide. A lot of things have happened. So be cautious, be careful, and don't trust just blindly. Question things, research, ask people. Don't worry about people being jealous of you, because the Bible says that promotion neither comes from the west or the east, it comes from the Lord. So when your times come for God to promote you, or when your times come for God to allow an opportunity in your life, it will happen at His appointed time. So don't be anxious, don't be worried, don't be desperate, don't be afraid. God will bless you at His appointed time. So don't give up on your dreams. Continue dreaming whatever dream that you have. But just be cautious and be vigilant. Yeah, so thank you for tuning into the channel. Thank you once again for stopping by. I hope you're cautious out there before you travel. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you again.